Working on a 2005 Grand Marquis. Transmission has no forward gears, only reverse. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the transmission out. I'm gonna show you guys the basic steps to taking out a transmission. The size of the bolt's 12 millimeter, 12-point socket. It will also work. Okay, once you remove your 4 bolts, this should just slide back. And all you would have to do is just pull your drive shaft out. It comes directly out of the transmission, as you can see. Alright. Remove the cross member. We're going to remove 13 millimeter bolts. I already have this one out to show you guys. This is what they look like. We're going to go ahead and remove this one and both on the other side. And again, you're going to want to have some support on your transmission, because this is all your support on the cross member, so you want to have your transmission jacked up. All right. Okay, this is the cross member removed. It wasn't easy getting out. The cross member basically sits up in here and it presses in. As long as you have a big enough pry bar, you'll be able to get that out. And once you get the cross member out, you're gonna have to remove your exhaust bolts on the back, which are 14 millimeters. This one actually broke off. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that out and put a new one in there. And now you'll be able to get your cross member out that way once you have this removed. Okay, to remove the starter, you're going to want to pop this cap off. You're going to remove your 2 connections, your positive and your negative ground, which is a 13 millimeter socket. You go ahead and want to get those 2 bolts off, and then there's 3 bolts that you're going to remove. One right here, there's another one up here, and there's one on top. I'll show you guys that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get the wire harness off. You want to remove your battery in order to remove the bolts for your starter. I already have it loosened up, so you can just pop your battery off, tuck it back in there. Okay, this one was a 13 millimeter, which was off. Your other wire is a 10 millimeter bolt. Just go ahead and loosen that up, take it off, and you can put your bolts back on here so you don't lose them. Now we're going to focus on taking these bolts off now. Okay, to remove the top bolt, you need to put a 10 millimeter socket on that with an extension. And that bolt should be driving right out. Okay, next you're going to want to remove your O2 sensor. You can pop it off with a flathead screwdriver. This is an 8 millimeter bolt at your output shaft sensor. This is your neutral safety switch. You could just pop this off like that. That comes off. This is an 18 millimeter bolt you're gonna need to get off. And there's also 2 10 millimeter bolts right here to get these brackets off.